We're having a problem with some of our hens, and we want to show you what the problem is and how to fix it. So here's the problem that we've been having with our hens. If you notice on their back, and it's not on all of them, but on some of them, there's feathers missing. And we, as first-time chicken owners, when we first noticed this was with a couple of our Jersey Giants, and we decided we would do a little research. And Dan, you want to tell them what the actual problem was?
Yeah, we found out that it was the roosters getting frisky.
Yeah, they were getting aggressive and pulling feathers and clawing at the back when they went to mate. And apparently they can like choose a favorite, and so some could be worse than others. Hi, honey. Some don't have any at all.
Right.
And so what we did was we bought a couple of commercial saddles. We had noticed it really only on like 2 of them at first. So here is one of the commercial chicken saddles that we bought. And you can even see on her head, they're still pecking on her head, pulling feathers out. But underneath she is healing, and you can see this saddle goes over this back where the rooster would be clawing at her when he's mating. These wing protectors protect her wings. So what we're going to be doing is, rather than spending money on more of the commercial saddles, I mean, they're not terribly expensive, but if you've got to buy, 20 of them, that can be pretty pricey. So what I'm going to do today is show you how I'm going to make some chicken saddles. Chicken saddles for our hens so that their feathers can grow back and that they don't get any more damage. So to make this chicken saddle, you're going to need some cotton fabric, 3/8 inch elastic, some fusible interface, and it could be fusible flannel or just regular fusible interface. And then of course some way to sew it, and you can either hand sew it, but of course sewing by machine will make it more durable. Now let's talk about the cotton fabric. This is an excellent way to repurpose a cotton sheet or any kind of cotton shirts that you have. Maybe they have a stain. Any kind of cotton material is what you'll need for fabric. You can use fabric scraps as well, and that's what I'll be using today. The first thing that you want to do is grab the pattern off of our website and make 2 copies of it. Now you can get this pattern, just sign up for our email list, and there's a whole bunch of freebies that you can download, and one of those things is the pattern and instructions for this chicken saddle. And I will put a link in the description directly to the email list sign up page so that you can go and do that and get this pattern. The reason you want to make 2 copies of the pattern is because the larger outline on the pattern will be for the fabric that you need to cut out, and the inner line will be for the interfacing. So you'll want to cut out a larger one and then cut out the smaller one out of the other copy. And this is for both the saddle part and the wing protectors. Now you can make just the saddle part if you don't feel like their wings are in any kind of danger, and just do the saddle too. You'll want to fold both the fabric and the interfacing with right sides together, and then go ahead and pin the patterns onto the fabric and to the interfacing. And you're folding it because of course you need 2 of each. And the interfacing is there to add durability to the saddle. So if you just used cotton fabric, you could do that, but the interfacing will help keep its shape and also add some durability to it. Once you've got them all cut out, you'll want to lay them wrong side up and then match the fusible interfacing piece to each of the fabric pieces. Once you have those matched up, you're just going to follow the instructions for whatever fusible interface that you purchased and bond the interface to the fabric. Now, before you assemble this and sew it together, you need to cut a 10-inch piece of the 3/8 inch elastic. This is what's going to go around their wings. 10 inches for like a regular size hen, but if you have a large breed of hens, you'll probably want to do 12 inches. And then you're going to make sure that this elastic is on the points that you see here in this picture. And you want to make sure that the elastic is perfectly aligned in between the two fabric pieces. And of course it's going to be inside when you sew it. So you're going to pin it down, and it's really important too that you make sure that your elastic isn't twisted. So make sure that you have it nice and flat. You're going to want to use a 1/4 inch seam. Sew the saddle together as well as the wing protector if you're doing wing protectors. But you want to leave a hole, a part that's not sewn, so you can turn it right side out. On the saddle, it's easiest to use that, to leave that top part open. And on the wing protector, the largest flat side of the middle of that wing protector is easiest to leave open there. Now when you turn this right side out, this is where the handle of a wooden spoon or a chopstick comes in really handy, because you can turn it in right side out with that, and then you can also take that stick and you can go around the inside, around the seams, and make sure everything is poked out and where it's supposed to be. Then you'll turn in those raw edges of the opening that you left, and you'll stitch along there to make that completely closed. The next step is to make a casing for the elastic. So on the top of that saddle, you're going to want to line up your elastic and then fold it over. Again, be sure you don't have any twists in your elastic. And then you're going to stitch that down, and you want to make sure you're not catching any of the elastic. You want the elastic to flow freely through there. And finally, you're going to attach the wing protectors if you want those on there. The wider end of the wing protector should be towards the saddle, as you see here. And you'll line up that straight part of the middle of the wings kind of with the top of the saddle, and then you're going to stitch a rectangle there. What this is going to do is help the wings to not be flopping around, and it will attach it pretty securely to the saddle itself. And now you have an easy chicken saddle, a nice way to be able to protect your hens from those roosters. Let's go put it on.
There we go, you little lady.
Everybody's trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Look at her fancy new dress. Oh, she's so pretty, isn't she? You actually look very cute, little lady, but we're sure checking you out. Thank you for being with us today. We sure appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, the pattern is down at the link below in the description along with the instructions. And if you got any value out of this video at all and you want to follow along with our little homesteading and self-sufficient living group here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell icon so that you can be notified when we upload a new video. We'll see you on Thursday for Thrifty Thursdays, and I hope you have an excellent week. See you then.